Okay, as you can tell by the intro, what one person might consider to be the best cube ever, another person might be considered to be the best cube. It just really comes down to personal preference, because a lot of the cubes that come out today, the Fangxi, the Dayans, the Moyu Huanying, they're all kind of perform on a similar level, but they have very different feelings. For me, I like the more scratchy but smooth feeling, which is why I prefer the Moyu Huanying over the Fangxi Shuang Ren. And I probably butchered them names, but you know what I mean. The first thing I noticed when I pulled the cube out of it was a DIY. The first thing I noticed when I started putting the cube together is I noticed I've got a black box. Some of the other cubes I've seen on YouTube and stuff have got the white boxes. So I'm a little bit curious about that. And the first thing I noticed about the cube, or the pieces, when I pulled the stickers out, I noticed I've got half price. Apparently this cube comes with half price instead of the normal Dayan sticker shades, which we know and some people not really love. So we've got the bright blue, bright orange, bright green, normal red, bright yellow, and normal white. So in contrast to each other, they really stand out. So recognition between the different pieces is not going to be really much of a trouble. And what the best cube really comes down to for different people is, when it comes down to that old saying, a happy worker is a busy worker. If you give a person a tool that works but he doesn't like, he's going to do the job but not that well. But if you give the person a tool that's going to do the job that he really likes, he's going to perform it much better. Which is the same thing can sort of be said about cubes. You may have the best feeling cube in the world, but if the feeling of it you don't like, then it's not going to really suit you that well. But if you have a cube, it may not be the best performing cube in the world, but if you like the feeling of it, you're going to perform that much better. So right now I'm going to go through the reasons why I like this cube over some of the other cubes, and some of the key features to do with this cube. So the first thing you're going to notice about this cube when you have it together, when you first start using it, is the noise. And we'll just compare the noise to a Zhanchi and a Panchi. So if we first go to Moyu, then we go a Zhanchi, and then we go a Panchi. It is considerably louder than the other two, so if you're one for using your cube on public transport and they complain about it, a Zhanchi or a Panchi as is solving it, then you really should get this cube if you really want to annoy the hell out of them, because it's so much louder. The next thing you're going to notice about this cube when you start using it is the amazing corner cutting ability. We all know that if a cube can cut over 45 degrees, which we won't really need, but this one will do it easily, then imagine how easily it's going to cut here, which will what you probably normally use. Same as reverse corner cutting. If you can cut over half a piece this way, like over half a piece, imagine how easily it's going to cut here, which is what you'd probably normally use. So if we have a quick look at the piece, it's really deceptive on the performance, because it's all really hollow and everything. When I first started putting it together, I thought it was going to be really catchy and really grindy and get lockups all the time, but that's not really the case. You may get a couple little catches, but because of the corner cutting, it'll really just push right through it. And a little tip about putting your edge back in, because the torpedo has got to sit underneath the two corner pieces in there. When you put it back in there, you can't really push it in there or force it back in there like you normally would other cubes. Put it back in there most of the way, and then kind of spread your two corners to allow your torpedo to go past the corners in there. So overall, I think this cube is, for me, the best cube on the market, but for you it might not be. If you like a smoother cube, go the Fangxi. If you like a more snappy cube, go the Zhanchi. If you like a blocky but sort of snappy cube, go the Panchi. So, do I recommend this cube? Yes, it is absolutely awesome cube. So right now I'll just do a couple of quick example solves so you can see the performance of the cube. So we'll just go through a couple of quick solves, just hand scrambles, not set scrambles or anything. That was the right spot. U3, never do a U3. Okay, we'll do one more quick solve, well, not quick solve. See then, a little catch, not a lock up but a little catch. So, final opinion, awesome cube.